Hello and merry meet, and yes, we are still in the final stages of packing up, and I did receive my Tamed Wild first quarter box, and I mean that in that Tamed Wild has gone to quarterly boxes that they're shipping out, and I've received the first shipment of the new boxes coming in the quarters. So it comes well, at least this one, I don't know if it's no longer 4, but this one came in a regular box. There was usually it's an outer vinyl wrapper, and when you open that up, there's their logo box is on the inside, and then you open that box to get your goodies on the inside. This is just a plain unmarked box with the shipping label on the front. And then you cut that and open it to see the tissue paper. And then from that, there's all your goodies. And on the top is where is it? You get the card, and oh my god, this is tiny print with the information about the items that you are receiving. And one of the new changes that they've done is a seasonal workbook. And the book gives you the details, hello, welcome, gives you the contents, the items that you're going to be using, and explanations of them. And they're nice explanations. And then you get your quarter months. So you have the full month of May, and then these go in a week format. There are rituals and other things in between with places for notes, and pretty much each day is I'm grateful for, today I'm releasing, my intention for today is, my mantra for today is, and at the corners of each page there is a place for you to put your tarot card of the day if you so choose and are doing. So it is a nice workbook. It gives you, again, information in between the weeks, takes you through to each month, and pretty much the same format. Gives you have the whole month, you have a week by week basis, more things that you can do in each following month and holiday. I do hope that however their system is of what they're doing, that they get better at it, because I was under the impression that this would start in May, because the outgoing newsletter said it would begin in May. Maybe I misread that and it was begin shipping in May, but it did charge me April 8th, because my charges usually happen around the 8th, depending on the month and various other factors. There was one, I think, or two that charged somewhere at time around the 9th or 10th, but that being said, that's still around the 8th. It did take it almost a month and a half, because today is Saturday, May 13th, and I received it yesterday. It was delivered yesterday, May 12th. So that's the first part in, and one of the beginning rituals in this is for, I believe, Beltane, which is May 1st. So anything that was regarding Beltane is done and over with. And that was my big issue with a lot of their shipments, is that they wouldn't arrive until the end of the month. The month is over, and all the spells and everything associated with it didn't happen. So at this point, half of the month of May is pretty much gone by the time I receive this. Now, of course, I do have all of June and July to work with in the workbook, and the goodies and the spells and whatnot. It's just that me personally, I'm in the process of moving, and well, there you go. So one of the nice things that I did get is there is a box of small spells, is what it's called, and there's also a nice little tarot card bag. This bag would not fit a whole lot of versions of tarot cards that I have, because it's just too small, but it does fit this, and it is nice. So essentially the back of the cards are pretty much neutral in that they're not all different, but they're similar but different. It does give you a table of contents of what's in the box. It does give you a bit about the authors and other things, and that is nice. And the other nice thing about it is that, yeah, I had to open all the things up, and because this was the first box, be able to explain things and go through all the stuff. So the cards are mini spells that you can do, and there's a good amount of them. The spell, I like the spells that I was reading. See, here's the back of the decks. I like the little the size of this because it is a good size. The spells are mostly word spells. There's a few that require other things, but generally speaking, they're very most basic spells for you to be able to go through as a new witch, as a beginning process of things. If you're not at the point where you can write your own spells, these are nice word spells that get you very simple and basic things to get you started. And just because they're basic and simple doesn't mean they're not powerful or that they can't be continued to use as you progress and go. So I do like them, and I do like the potential of them. There is also this really nice candle. It is a neroli and white jasmine, and neroli is an essential oil from oranges, and it smells really nice. Even Hubster, who doesn't really smell much of anything anymore, said he liked the aroma of it going together. The jasmine is a little more overpowering than the neroli. I don't pick up too many notes of that. Maybe after it's burned it will be different, but I do like the scent of this. There is a botanical hair rinse, and this is what was it? Calendula, rose, and jasmine flowers, and essentially this is something that you would steep as you would tea or any other type of petals or herbs. You steep them and then rinse your hair with this. There's a whole ritual around that, which is very nice. Another ginormous, let's see, what? My hand is probably about 4 or 5 inches in size. Here's the typical pouch of this. This container is about that size high. It holds, this says 2.5 ounces. That's a lot of tea, and it's peppermint, so it's good for a lot of things. This was on top. I have yet to figure out what that's for. I didn't see anything on it, but again, the print is incredibly tiny. So, and I skimmed. I didn't really get a chance to completely digest everything in the box. So you have a glass bottle with a stopper so that you can mix herbs and other things that you would like to go into a jar and work with that. Let's see here. There is this bottle of body oil in the scent of jasmine. Now, the candle smells more jasmine than this does. This is so super light that even I can barely detect that there's any amount of jasmine in it. It is not in any way, shape, or form a jasmine potent scent. It is super, super barely light. It is a mixture of what I read, sweet almond and is it sweet almond? I thought it said jojoba was in it. Contains because jojoba is a wax, not an oil. This is really I don't know to what extent they got the sweet almond on this. This is not a bad thing, so take it however that you want to. This is, I used like really just one drop on my arm, and it was really, really heavy in the oil content. That's why I'm thinking it was jojoba in it, because again, jojoba is a wax. And I guess it's not. Maybe I misread that. But it is very thick feeling, very heavy feeling. It has a very oily consistency to it when I first put it on. And of course it does say apply to skin as needed. I would recommend doing that to wet skin to seal in things. And if you use this, you know, after washing and put that on to clean damp skin, you'll love it, because it will just suck right in, unless you have oily skin, and then you don't need it very much. But this is very nice, and again, hardly any scent, so the jasmine they used was not potent. Let's see, this is one of the stones I got that I don't know if you can't tell or see, it's not coming up. Let's see, we'll add light. I don't know if that helps much. Let's not drop. This, according to this, says it's a sunstone. So there's that. This last one is I want to say it was moonstone. Oh, that's right, I didn't open it. I didn't take it out just yet. And then the very last item, this I wouldn't even know where to begin to take out, because I nearly lost half of it because I didn't know what it was, and I went to go pour it out. So there is filament and thread, beads, and it is mala beads, and it's very pretty. Let's try and not mangle anymore. But it's to make, and there's pearly things and other things, and so essentially, yeah, see, there's a little silver one. So there's all kinds of things that you can then, the ritual is the making, and, or part of the ritual, and so that was actually kind of nice. So you got the moonstone, the sunstone, the herb rinse. Let's see. There's the candle. We're having fun today. Things are falling down all over the place. We have the tea and the tarot card pouch holder, or spell cards holder, the spell cards, the workbook, and the explanation card. I'm just going to say, for me, it would be nice that if in the future the things they print are also nice and lovely, that if they would choose to use a slightly bigger font, because it's tiny. I mean, tiny on the font, and that is up close and personal to be able to see it. I can read it through the camera because the camera is bigger, but man, just doing this, you know, I literally had to take pictures of it just to be able to read it, because it was not readable with, and I got some pretty good vision even at my age, but there you go. So I hope you enjoy the unboxing and my impressions on this. I like the fact that the way it's put together, in that I was concerned about going quarterly, because, well, what are we going to do in the other 2 months? But I like the way that it came out. I like the workbook aspect. I didn't anticipate or know that was going to be a part of it, so the best part is the workbook. I just hope they could get things all together now that they're going quarterly. I hope they will have more time in the future to get caught up, so that they can then in the month of June start shipping out what we would need for the next month's box, because then we would have the whole month of July to receive the box, so that we would have it in time for anything that would begin in August. If they could coordinate that, that would be fabulous. One last thing is that I have a link that will save you 10%. My code is WISDOM, WISDOM. If you'd like to go shopping for anything else, that'll save you some dough in these trying times. Everybody's having difficulties by far. I understand that struggle bus so much. So I'm not completely upset or disappointed in the going of the quarters. I do like the way that this arrived, other than I like an outer box so that you can actually see me open up the box. In the future, I'm going to just have to do these items by items because the box is, with all the stuff in it, not too easy to get under the camera and be able to show you things. So I also don't know how I'm going to be doing the unboxings in the future because, well, there's so many questions we have not answered yet as far as what's going to be happening in the future. So until next time, we have Merry Met, Now We Must Merry Part. I thank you for joining me on this journey through unboxings and all things witchery. And please be kind. Kindness begins with yourself, because you have to do the inner work before you can do the outer work. And if there are things you are wanting to change around you, then include yourself in the kindness that you give to others. Start with you, and gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation, and all those things then will bring more of those things to you. Have a wonderful day. Be well, be kind, be safe out there. Bye.